If you have student loans and you're trying to build wealth at the same time, everyone has a different opinion. Pay off the debt first, no invest first, no do both. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, math-backed answer based on your specific situation. No guessing. Here's the core of the debate. When you carry student loan debt, every dollar you put toward it earns you a guaranteed return, equal to whatever your interest rate is. If your loan is at 5%, paying it off is like getting a guaranteed 5% return on that money. When you invest instead, you're not getting a guaranteed return. The stock market has averaged about 7% to 10% per year historically. But it goes up and down, and past performance doesn't guarantee future results. So the question isn't really loans versus investing. The question is, which one gives your money the better chance of growing? And the answer depends almost entirely on your interest rate. Here's the framework. If your student loan interest rate is above 7% or 8%, pay it off aggressively first. At that rate, your debt is growing faster than a diversified investment portfolio is likely to grow. You'd be investing while your loans eat up the gains. That's a losing trade. If your interest rate is below 5%, investing is probably the better move mathematically. The expected return on a low-cost index fund over a long-time horizon beats a 4% or 5% interest rate, especially when you factor in compound growth over 20 or 30 years. If you're in the middle, somewhere between 5% and 7%, it's genuinely close. And this is where personal preference actually matters. Some people do better financially when they're debt-free first because the psychological weight of owing money causes them to make worse decisions overall. That's real, and it's worth considering. But before any of that, there's one move that beats both options. If your employer offers a 401k match, contribute at least enough to get the full match before you do anything else. A 50% or 100% match on your contribution is an instant return that no loan payoff or investment can compete with. Skipping it to pay off a 5% loan is leaving guaranteed money on the table. Get the match first. Always. Now let's talk about the type of loan you have, because it matters. Federal student loans come with a fixed rate set by the government, income-driven repayment options, and potential forgiveness programs depending on your career. They're more flexible. If you have federal loans at a low rate and decent repayment options, there's even less urgency to pay them off fast. Private student loans are different. They often have higher and sometimes variable interest rates, fewer repayment protections, and no forgiveness programs. If you have private loans above 7%, those should be a priority. Check your actual rates. Don't guess. Log into your loan servicer or studentaid.gov for federal loans and look at the rate on each loan individually. You might have some at 4% and some at 7%, in which case you'd target the high-rate ones first while making minimum payments on the rest. Here's what the order of operations actually looks like in practice. First, get your employer's full 401k match. Second, build a starter emergency fund. At least $1,000, ideally 3 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account. Third, pay off any private or high-interest loans above 7%. Fourth, once those are handled, split your extra money between paying down remaining loans and investing in a Roth IRA or index funds. That's it. It's not glamorous, but it's the sequence that mathematically gives you the best outcome over time. One more thing worth saying out loud. The best financial decision is usually the one you can actually stick to. If carrying student loan debt keeps you up at night and makes you feel stuck, it's okay to prioritize paying it down even if the math slightly favors investing. Being debt-free has real psychological value. Just don't let that be an excuse to avoid investing entirely, because time in the market is one of the biggest advantages you have right now. Start early, even small amounts. The habit matters as much as the dollar figure. Next up, we're talking about credit scores. What actually moves the number? What doesn't matter as much as you think? And how to build one from scratch if you're starting at 0. Subscribe so you don't miss it.